the following presentation of the National Football League.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
First down, Eagles.
They'll send the tight end in motion. A first down carry for Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Amir Smith-Marset deep for New York. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Now his 3rd team in the last 3 years. You remember Denver to Pittsburgh and now here in New York. He showed flashes of the vintage rush throughout the year in 2024 with the Steelers. Now he's looking to sustain those flashes for his new team in the Big Apple.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Giants. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get Hurts, fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up second down at the Eagles' 4-yard line.
Wilson, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Here's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Nice little juke. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught. Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out in your midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
2-yard gain brings up second down at the Giants' 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle made down at the 33.
And an Eagle first down.
Brown goes in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. On second and a long way to go. Hurts. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and very long.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Now back to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And New York set to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Right back to Tracy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? This is caught. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now it's Tracy. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants, and that may just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Gano to kick off for New York.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A quick throw here out to Brown. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as a tackle made at the 18. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.